Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
First off, I gotta explain the context behind how I got into this situation, right? So of course, I wanted to play Aragon. That's a massive lie. Okay, right, I liberated myself from my oppressor and then I was set to play as Aragon. And now I was Aragon. Okay, I am gonna be fully real. I wanted to first do Fortress Aragon, but then I just realized that it didn't have any scarcity, so I've just decided to expand into Iberia and then play defensively. I had the formable, the Crown of Aragon, which required all of southern Italy, but of course I would not be able to form this yet. So yep, I've decided to attack literally every one of my little neighbors and expand slowly but surely. First off was Andorra, and then Asturias, and then there was Basque. And then next was both Galicia and Valencia, which was only two last countries without scarcity. So after it will either be Andalusia or Catalonia. But then after Britain started stacking troops around the border next to my capital. So my main goal was relatively simple. I was gonna try to defend across the Pyrenees, but I was already invading both Andalusia and Spain, so this was a very bad timing. I decided to also ally India in order for them to help me, and they did ally me, so that's really good. They declared war.
But then I had a very good idea. I used
artillery divisions. See, using artillery gave me a whole new perspective, and I could damage your British troops I couldn't damage before. Oh, and also the British tried to pull a sneak on me. And I just hope that this naval invasion won't succeed, right? Fuck! The British also seems to have found this brand new perspective. And also, I don't have enough troops to deal with Galicia, unfortunately. Unfortunately for them, that perspective didn't last very long, I think. But then I was still skeptic about the British being still able to defeat me. I could defend, but the British had infinite manpower. But when in doubt, get the Indians. Of course, as soon as I pulled the Indian card, they pulled the Italian card, which I've got to give credit to Italy. They are definitely Italian. I refused since I needed southern Italy to form the Crown of Aragon. After I killed the entire British army once again, they called in China. So first I wanted to deal with Italy because they seemed like the underbelly, and they directly asked for a white piece. Guess what? So he's Scorched. Yeah. Coward. Oh yeah. He scorched everything because it's Italy. Oh, and also, yeah, India scorched everything in Europe, so which means that both of my main fronts are now burned to hell. I love this Europe, trust me, I love this. It's 2023, and both of my enemies are incompetent. The most competent of my enemies is China. But speaking of China, they didn't really intervene, they just wanted to dunk on India, which mainly funded me, so yeah, India gave me everything, which means that I now have a lot of money. Oh, and then after China decided to ask for a white piece, which I obviously accepted, because a white piece from China is like, I don't know, you just got a free PS5, I guess. It's just, take it. Unless you're fighting China and winning. But this China seemed very competent. Anyways, Britain also scorched, so yeah, unfortunately, that's the end of the fight. I win. With a significant help from India. But still, I won. and then I completely crashed. Yeah, you know, that's kind of sad, but it is what it is. Psych, I managed to rejoin as Aragon. Thankfully, nobody had taken my country, so that was great. I ended the wars, and then I focused on fixing my country, because corruption was growing and I was on a deficit. After I took the strongest countries, I simply decided to go after the rest of Europe. I had basically almost everything and the rest was AI, so I decided to set this goal at least, of uniting the European continent. So, yeah, time-lapse time! And there we go. Northern Cyprus is our last country, and now they're dead. And there we go. We now own most of Europe. Not all of it. China still has some parts of Europe. But what is important is that Aragon is now a superpower that owns an entire continent. So, this is the end of today's video. The reason why I'm not gonna continue further is obviously because, well, I don't really wanna play as Aragon anymore. However, if you have enjoyed this video, then please consider giving a like on this video and please consider subscribing to my channel. Remember that this is a whole series of mine that I've decided to make because I was bored, and the videos comes twice a week with other extra videos in the meantime. So anyways, please consider doing so because it will help me out a lot, especially with my sanity. And well, yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye, have a nice day. This was Detective.